Recently, I created a couple of logos for some brands using Canva, and I wanted to show you how you can create that yourself. So for example, this particular logo, Nigerians in United Kingdom, I created it using Canva. I also created this logo using Canva as well, and this is another one that I created using. So today, what I want to do is to show you how you can create these logos using Canva. So I'm going to be using a fictional company called Breakthrough Event Management. You can come to templates and search for, maybe you type event. So you type event logos and look at some of the options that they have in Canva. Another way to generate idea would be to go on Google and type event logo. So for example, I like this particular one. This, you can see this one, it says team event. Looking at it right now, it looks very professional, very simple, not too complex. That's the kind of logo that I like. Now I'm going to jump into Canva and then ask the question, how can I create an event management logo in Canva? I'm going to bring my text over to the next page. So I'm going to have break as a word. I'm going to have true as another word. I'm going to have event management as my final set of words. What if we actually remove the event management and call it events? So let me duplicate this page. I'm going to start with this first page. Let's create an icon. Let me look for an element. So let me look for a ribbon here. So in order for me not to do a lot of work, I'm just going to use this one here. The name of the ribbon is called Yellow Christmas Ribbon. Now I'm going to be using this. It looks very unusual. It's not very straight, which may be a little bit of communication, because sometimes elements in your design could actually mean something if you know what you are doing. You can make any elements in your design mean something depending on what you want to communicate. So from here, let's get a font that we can use. Berkshire Swedish. Okay, that looks a little bit interesting. So I'm going to use the same thing for that. But of course, I'm not going to be using that same font for the third element, which is supposed to be a text underneath the logo. So breakthrough events. So if I have this text here, I can have this break right here. So again, I'm going to zoom in and then put this here. So I'm going to zoom in, put that there. This here, breakthrough events. I can simply put events. Now what you can do is space out your text. So I can space out my text like this. So I'll put this at the center. I'll make it to the left. Let's move it a little bit to the side. Let's see if moving it a little bit away might look good. Okay, so that looks interesting. Let's bring it back underneath our text. So looking at this right now, it looks cool, but it's not sitting well, because case of using it for multiple use cases, can it actually stand on its own? So if you bring this here and say breakthrough, I don't want it to touch anything. I just want it to stand on its own. Again, a way to always know what you are doing is to zoom out very well. If you zoom out to, let's say, about 10%, okay, can we see the logo? So since it's not sitting down well, what you can do is to come here and add a couple of lines. So you can add a line here, a very thin line. So let's move our line width down to, let's say, 1, and you have your text there. You select your line, duplicate it, and then move the second one to almost the same space where you had that. Now looking at it right now, this logo looks very, very cool. So this is logo number 1. Now let's zoom out a bit and create logo number 2. Now, why am I creating logo number 2? Assuming that I'm presenting this logo to a client, or I'm kind of trying to make multiple options so that I can pick from one of them as my final design. Again, it's a recommendation that I'm going to give to you. Whenever you are designing a logo, don't just stick to one option. Create 2, 3 options at most, 4 options at most. Never let it be more than 4. But if you are submitting it to a client, don't submit more than 3. Speaking from 20 years of experience, actually. For logo number 2, what we want to do is this time we want to use letter B as our key. So let's type B here and let's look for B. What looks great in B? Let's look for a B that looks very interesting. Oh, this catches my attention. So this B right here actually catches my attention. So I'm going to use this B. I like this B because it also has the element of wealth. Maybe one of these days I might do a video talking about symbolisms, iconography, and all those things. Again, remember, always create your initial logos in black and white. That way, it gives you the opportunity to see the details that you won't see if you use colors. So let's go look for a font that we can use. Tend to like this. So this looks cool. For this breakthrough event, how am I going to position my text and my icon in order for it to mean something, to actually look great? What you may want to trial here will be to put this icon in a circle. So if you put it in a circle, so let's say you put it in a circle or you put it behind a circle. Tilt my bead to an angle. At this point, this is looking great, but I don't want the entire bead to show. So I'm going to kind of cut off some parts from the B. So this is the part I want to cut off from the B. So if I make it go in like this, if I fill my circle with black, let's say I fill my circle with black, can I make this white and see what's going to look like? Great. So let's move everything to the center of the screen. Let's look at it again. So this breakthrough here, this time, let's have capital letter B. Nope. It's not looking nice. For this T, can we have this T here? And then can we have this events here? Yes. So again, space your events. Let's see if you space it, if that's going to look good. Great. Now, if you zoom out, that looks nice. Having done this, your icon, of course, your icon is already overlaying something. So the remaining part of the icon here will probably be left. But I'm going to show you a little trick in order for you to remove that small part. Now you're done with having your logo designed, but of course it's basically in black and white. So how do you get colors into your logo? Before you start applying colors in logo, let me show you a little trick that I use in order to get colors for logo. What you want to do is to come to colors.co and you want to explore trending palettes. Now you want to explore trending palettes because you want to use some of the colors that are already trending, some of the colors that are already created by professionals. How many styles do you want? If you click on this search, it will give you a couple of options to choose. It will give you some styles and it will also give you some topic. If you want, you can basically select 3 colors. So I'm going to choose 3 colors and that's all. So it's going to generate the colors for me, and now I have a lot of colors that I can play with. Now looking at all of these colors here, what you basically want to do is select one of them based on the client's preference or what you want the colors to mean. Now this is celebration, this is event management. The colors need to be vibrant, yet the color needs to be as simple as possible. Click on any of the 3 buttons here, click open palette or click quick view. It's going to open it up for you like this, and you can basically just select your colors from here. This is the color code, so copy this code, come to Canva. Again, before I start adding colors, what I do is I duplicate my logo into 2. Now you have this here, the color code. Simply paste that color code right here. You see it's here, that's the yellow. Then go back again for this color, copy it again, come back to Canva, and then on any of the elements, paste the color code, add that, then go back, select the final one, which is going to be this purple here, and I'm going to select this breakthrough, this break, paste again. Now with that, you can see your colors now showing up in. This is where you now begin to make all the necessary changes you want to make. The colors begin to show up here. These are the 3 colors right here. This needs to be the darkest. This should be the yellow. This should be the purple, or if you want to, you can change it to the other color, which is this one here, and this can be the purple right here. You can see that now that you've changed your logo to yellow, the other icon is showing. How do you solve that? Select your icon, everything together like this. If you see these 3 buttons here, click on that, download selection. Now it says 319 by 321. What you want to do is you want to enlarge it very well. Now that's a pro feature, but of course enlarge and then download as a transparent file. Upload your file into Canva. You have it right here. Now in order to cut off that edge, come to elements, select frames, this circular frame, drag your image into the element. You see that right here. So you've clipped your image into the frame right now. So what you want to do is now to adjust your frame for that. Needs to, you can use your mouse to move it about. So now you can see that everything is done, and right now you have your icon without parts that is interrupting your flow of design. What I usually recommend is, if you're doing that, keep this to a side so that you don't get to delete it off your page. Main reason is because if you are changing the color later on, you can simply do that and replace this with any of that. With that, you have your logo number 1 here. Then you can come back to logo number 2 here and then apply the same set of colors. So for this, I'm going to apply this bright color, no, I'm going to apply the bright color to this icon, and then dark color for my text. And then my event will take the bright color. This one here will take my yellow, will take my yellow. So now this is icon, this is logo number 2, and you can literally just drag it out and make it bold, make it big enough. Same thing for this. For this page, I'm going to duplicate this page and delete the rest that I don't need. So I'm deleting the rest that I don't need, and then you have this big on your page. So let's bring the two logos together. You can see this is logo number 1 and this is logo number 2. Now, once you're done, you can come to share and then download and choose the pages that you want to download. So for this page, I'm going to select. So I'm going to first of all deselect everything, and I'm just going to download pages 2 and 3. Remember to turn on transparent background, which is a pro feature in Canva. Now that we've downloaded, this is how it looks inside this folder. You can see your logo right here. That's basically how it looks. Now that I've shown you how to design your logos in Canva, I hope that you kind of touch up your brand. And if you're just building your brand, this will be a good time for you to go ahead, create your logos yourself, generate a couple of ideas without necessarily using the templates in Canva. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, share with someone, and to subscribe. I am Dayo Samuel, and you have been watching Audacity to Lead. I'll see you again in the next lesson.